Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jurong Esports Tour. We are live streaming the Deloitte Netball Super League 2026. The first matchup of the day will be a replay of last year's finals between Blaze Dolphins and the Sneakers. This is the starting 7 for Blaze. At goal shooter, we have Lee Pei Shan. Goal attack, Go Wei Ping. Wing attack, Chen Hui Fen. Center, Laura Low. Wing defense, Kimberly Ko. Goal defense, Yu Shu Ning. And goalkeeper, Jamie Lim. Let's take a look at the starting 7 for Sneakers. At goal shooter, they have veteran Amandi Kaur. At goal attack, To Kai Wei. Wing attack, Anna McInnes. At center, Angelina Lim. At wing defense, Japhanie Tan. At wing defense, Usma Rashad. And at goalkeeper, Rina Manokaran. It's going to be a very exciting matchup between these two teams. They're going to be introduced just now.
Play netball. The first game is between Blaze and Sneakers. And now, starting on court for Team Sneakers, we have goal shooter Amandip Kaur Chahal, goal attack To Kai Wei, wing attack Anna Masinas, center Angelina Lim, wing defense Jafane Tan, goal defense Usma Rehan, goalkeeper Rina Manogaran. And joining the rest of the squad is Farhana KS, Regine Lam, Jaslyn Quick, Michelle Quick, and Isabella Wang. And leading Team Sneakers today, we have head coach Go Sek Tak, team managers Ko Kai Lin, Jamie Lai, Lim Yu Xuan, and Eng Lin Lee. And the team physio for Team Sneakers is Grace Pung. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Sneakers. And next up, starting on court for Team Blaze, we have goal shooter Lee Pei Shan, goal attack Go Wei Ping, wing attack Chen Hui Feng, center Nora Low, wing defense Kimberly Ko, goal defense Liu Shening, and goalkeeper Jamie Lin. And joining the rest of the squad, we have Jamie Chi, Cheyenne Howard, Rainier Ko, Elizabeth Maya Krishan, and Sherlyn Yip. And leading Team Blaze today, we have head coach Wang Jingxing, assistant coach Tan Si Wei, team manager Chen Bixia, assistant team manager Denise Chan, and team physio Nicole Shin. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Blaze. And now the umpires for the match are Paula Ho and Sylvia Lim. Reserve umpire, Audi.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live streaming of the Deloitte Netball Super League 2026. We are coming at you live from the Jurong Esports Hall. This is the 26th edition of the Netball Super League. We have 6 teams participating in this competition in total. The top netballing teams in Singapore. The first match of the day will see the finalists of 2025 Sneakers and the 2025 reigning champions Blaze go head-to-head in this very exciting opening match. We are getting underway. Laura Low, center for Blaze, get us going. Strong contest there from Sneakers, getting the early gain. Going against a veteran in Chen Hui Fen. Wing attack would not be easy, but here they are again. Blaze very quick to gain the turnover again. Quickly in the circle now. Here's Shuning offloading it to Pei Shan. She will take the first shot of the match and puts the first goal on the scoreboard. Sneakers now in possession. Tote, the captain. Sneakers just struggling in the goal circle, trying to find the best position to put in the shot. But here Blaze come with the turnover, very patient with the ball, playing down mostly on the left side of the court, brings it into Pei Shan, who will take her second attempt and put the second one on the scoreboard. Plays again with the center pass. Easy one into Pei Shan. Great vision there. Pei Shan will not take this one, just repositioning herself through Laura. And that's the third one in for Blaze. Fantastic start from them. Sneakers not quite phased just yet. They know that they have the capability, and I'm sure a 3-goal deficit is not something that they will be worried about. And here's Amandeep with that shot. A better flow of play for Sneakers. Struggling to get the ball into the attacking third, but we have a breakthrough now for Blaze. That long ball to shooting is just Wei Ping rather. Just not making it. Her defender Usman is really tight on her, but Blaze manages to convert that one. Amandeep getting involved early, and here's Tote taking a mid-range shot. Misses. Jamie cleans it up, and here Blaze go again. Contact call there against Anna. Blaze is incredibly patient with the ball. There is no sign of pressure, just pure control. Contact call there against Usma. Wei Ping will take the shot. Pei Shan gathers the rebound. Rina pulled up for contact there. And Blaze with a very strong start within this first 5 minutes of the opening match of this 2026 Deloitte Netball Super League. We're coming live to you from the Jurong Esports Hall. If you're around, why not pop in here and catch the action live for yourself. Doubling up now on Pei Shan. I guess Sneakers in Uzma and Rina have identified that Pei Shan seems to be the main go-to shooter, so they are doubling up the defense on Pei Shan. Pei Shan has put in most of the goals so far, so that is strategically correct for them. Shooting, just reading the ball wonderfully there, going for the challenge and causing a turnover, but it will be Sneakers to take the throw in. Good strong defense there, but Amandeep gathers and sinks in that one. Goal number 2 for Sneakers. Sneakers are in possession of this center pass. They definitely would want to score off that one. It's a beautiful second phase there, drive from Anna, and a beautiful pass from Kaiwei to Anna. This seems to be the most efficient center pass attack from Sneakers thus far. Amandeep with a nice easy shot there to pull them back to 2 goals of difference, but it is very early days to say what's going to happen here. Blaze currently seem to be the steadier team of the two. Very consistent and have seemed to found their flow. But Sneakers, you just can't write them off just yet. Their start may be a little shakier, but I'm sure they will regather their momentum. Amandeep now lining up the shot. Jamie hands all over that one, but nothing's going to stop Amandeep from sinking that one. being very, very patient, as I mentioned earlier. Patient, finding some brilliant space very close to the goalpost, sinking that one in, making the score 7-4 to Blaze. Amandi just not liking the position that she was at earlier, repositioning herself through Anna. Struggling to find a post, just doesn't fall through. Good challenge there by Anna. But Blaze remain in possession, very steady down the court. Blaze working very hard. Beautiful foot there from Laura to Peishan, threading the needle to Peishan between two defenders. Good vision, great timing, and great discipline on attack from Blaze. Easy feed there from Huifan to Peishan, and Peishan just finishes that off easily. Oh, Angelina just struggling there to find an option going forward from her attackers, chooses to go back instead, very aware of the 3 seconds that she can be in possession of the ball. Just causes her to fluster. Blaze cleans it up, and now Peishan again under the post. Usma being pulled up for obstruction, I believe. Contact there against the wing defense of Sneakers. Another contact call against the center. So Blaze gets a penalty pass, progressing towards the goal post. That's a good challenge there. Good outer hand there from center Angelina Lim of Sneakers. Whoa. Just a little bit of confusion in terms of between the attackers in Sneakers. Good option trying to get the ball down the court as early as possible, but they're just struggling a little bit. Good passing cut there from Laura. Wei Ping doesn't quite want to shoot. Tries to go around towards the baseline. Good defensive effort there from Sneakers. Unfortunately, just an offside call there for Sneakers. And here they are with possession. Peishan again, pretty close to the goalpost. That's her range. She sinks that one in. Beautiful pass there to Amandit. Jamie just overcommitting on that defense, and Amandit just taking an opportunity to say thank you very much. We'll take a half step forward and sink an easy one in without any defense over her. Blaze now in possession. Sneakers slowly increasing the intensity on the defense here. So Blaze not finding it quite as easy as in the first 5 minutes to get the ball into the shooters for an attempt. Now, in the next 45 seconds, the very first super shot will happen in this Deloitte Netball League. This is something that is new and that has just been introduced to the Netball Super League. Double the points, double the drama, the booklet says. As you can see, the goal circle, there seems to be 2 semicircles, one smaller one and one bigger one. From the goal post, there is a 3-meter radius. That is the first smaller circle, and that is the 1-point zone. And the outer marking of the semicircle will be the 2-point zone. So if you just paid attention to where Amandi put in the ball just now, it was the 1-point zone. I don't know if you were able to hear that, but that was the alarm to indicate the start of this super shot. 5 minutes. Very exciting stuff. Tokai Wei in the 2-point. She will take it. She is comfortable within that range. We know she can put it up. Unfortunately, just a little bit under So you will see these strategies and the gameplays for all the teams here at the Deloitte Netball Super League will adjust a little bit to that. We saw Peishan shooting, taking the shots from the 1-point range a lot, but it'll be interesting to see if Wei Ping gets involved now. But why would you when, why not rather? Wei Ping in the 2-point now. She sinks it in. She's just been reserving herself for the super shot. So that's Wei Ping with the first super shot in this 2026 Deloitte Netball Super League. Amandip now will have a go. Strong arms up there for Jamie. Amandip will have a go again. There's a chair lift. Jamie just lifting, shooting up. Obstruction happened in the 1 zone, but umpire gave the option to Amandip to take it in the 1 or the 2. She obviously chose the 2. Sinks in Sneakers' first super shot for the tournament. Peishan saves the ball. Wei Ping trying to receive the ball in the 2-point. Great defensive effort there between Uzma and Rina just to stop Peishan from receiving that ball. Wei Ping with a very quick throw in. Trying to find herself into the 2-point zone. It shuffles away, but Sneakers now with a very quick breakthrough. Kai Wei sneaking her way into the circle for the 2-point. Jamie gathers it. Oh, try to go for outlet there, but Anna just cleans it up. So Sneakers again back in possession. Kai Wei to Amandip for the super shot. And that would put Sneakers within 4 goals of Blaze. And here they are with the center pass. You can tell that they're very comfortable with this super shot. Amandip now, this time she sinks it in with Jamie out of play. So now they're within 2. I'm sure Blaze will also answer. Peishan in the super shot zone. She will attempt. It's a little bit under. Throw in to Blaze. Anna all by herself in the center third for the transition. Working really hard, the Blaze defenders, keeping them in the 2-point zone. Obstruction there by Jamie. Amandip now will get a clearer view to the post, and she sinks that one in. And that's the power of the super shot, ladies and gentlemen. Sneakers now, we're all tied, 14-all. Through the super shots. Oh, I struggle to say that sometimes. But yeah, through the super shots, a lot can happen. But here comes Blaze. 30 seconds, slightly more than 30 seconds on the clock. They've got to go to post quick. Blaze. Wei Ping, good front seal and present. Reshuffles herself just slightly closer to the 2-point zone. Great rebound for Rina. The contest is heating up here at the Deloitte Netball Super League 2026. 8 seconds on the clock. Very exciting first quarter between the 2 finalists. 3 seconds now. Jamie with a wonderful intercept, and what a way to end the first quarter. It is 14-all between Blaze and Sneakers. Welcome back to the second quarter of the Deloitte Netball Super League 2026. This is the opening match between Sneakers, the team in purple, and Blaze, the team in pink. Both teams were the finalists last year, and Blaze were crowned 2025 champions. This year's edition is super exciting with the introduction of the super short, and if you were tuning in to the first quarter, you saw how powerful that super short can really be to teams. Sneakers were behind in the first 10 minutes of the first quarter, but managed to catch up and end the first quarter on level terms through the super shots. But that is what Blaze can do, and that is their strength in Peishan getting the steady streams of goals in the first 10 minutes. And it's something that Sneakers kind of have been struggling with a little bit, just to find that consistency in attempts. Whoa, beautiful pass there by Angelina. I just wonder how fast that ball was, because what a powerful pass. Beautiful and nicely finished by Kai Wei. Laura finding herself easily at the edge of the circle. Ooh, Peishan can tank the pole for that one. Bounces off the pole into her hands. Throw in now from Blaze. Wei Ping in the 1 point. But regardless of where you shoot and score the goal off in this first 10 minutes, whether it's in the 2-point zone or in the 1-point zone, all goals in the first 10 minutes account for 1 point. And here, Sneakers go. Amandit now. So she's actually standing in the 2-point zone, but as I mentioned earlier, all goals and in the first 10 minutes will be accounting for 1 point on the scoreboard. Uzma there just pulled up for obstruction, and likewise with Angelina, the center. Both of them just caught with their hands away from their body in an unnatural position. Wei Ping sinks in another one. Quick hands there from Amanda, plays herself into the circle. Kai Wei just does a fantastic job at creating that space for her. Just can't quite finish it, the Sneaker shooters. Yeah, Uzma there just really putting her body onto Wei Ping. I would say good call there by the umpire. Peishan just doing all the work to seal her space. Getting an attempt for Blaze closer to the goal post. Peishan again in a very comfortable range close to the goal post. Sinks goal number 5 for this quarter for Blaze. The defending combination between Shooting and Jamie working really well for Blaze in the circle. Cheyenne just took a really hard fall in that contest with Anna. She seems to be limping a little bit, indicating to the bench that she needs some time off just to regather herself. Hopefully all's good there. She's just getting attended to at the Blaze bench, but Kimberly Ko coming on for Cheyenne at the wing defense position. Back to the action here. Game 1 of the 2026 Netball Super League. Once again, we're coming to you live from the Jurong Esports Hall. If you're around the area, why don't you come on over and catch the action live for yourself. Amandit now with the shot. Beautiful height on that release. Puts it over Jamie's hands and sinks goal number 3 for Sneakers in this quarter. Anna really having a go at the contests. Umpire just pulling Anna up for repeated and persistent contact. So advancing the ball now. Anna has been pulled up several times now for contact. Pretty hard ones at that. So umpire just saying to her, enough is enough, so please tidy up. Sneakers here. Oh, Angelina just recognizing that Jamie was just floating there. Forced Jamie to overcommit and put a really high one to Kaiwei. Very unconventional for Sneakers, but it gets the job done. Very, very patient with the ball. Anna having fly, just missing the timing. Laura beautifully at the top of the circle. That's not quite the space I thought Peishan was holding, but you know, Sneakers doing a great amount of work just to confuse its space, resulting in a turnover. The contest for the ball from both teams, very, very strong contest, very strong men on defense. No man is left unmarked either way. We see a lot of turnovers now. Now this time Blaze in possession, having to reassess their options, being very, very patient with the ball. Sneakers defenders really on the body, forcing them away. Wei Ping quickly shuffles herself into the circle. Obstruction there by Rina, so Wei Ping will line her shot up again. And there we go. Sinking in yet another goal for Blaze. Beautiful change of direction there by Angelina. Amanda having herself a hold as well, finding herself very close to the line and the pole. So that one is an easy one for Amanda. Puts another one in the bag. Oh! Have a fly, Uzma. Why not? Grainer does well to gather the ball. Peishan puts yet another one on the scoreboard for Blaze. 3 goals of difference between these two teams. The score right now is 22-19. Beautiful baseline run. Good preparation there for Amanda. Strong drive to receive it on the baseline. Jamie did not know where she was, could not keep up. Oh, Rina just had a hand to it, just couldn't quite clean it up. Wei Ping was the one to pick it up and found Peishan. Again, very close to the goal post. Just 3 goals separating the two teams. Both teams have turned up another gear in the second quarter. Amandip there, putting in the goal for Sneakers. Great take there by Grania. It will be a penalty pass to Blaze. Oh, Grania just perhaps a bit unsure of her feed. Rina had her hands all over that, but Blaze are very, very good at picking up the loose ends very early. And that ball finds Peishan, who sinks in it. Oh, one long pass. Wonderful long pass from Angelina. Great vision from her to sight Kaiwei running into the circle. She had to reposition herself. But this time around, Amandi will... Oh, no, she won't. She offloads the ball to Kaiwei. Puts in goal number 8 for the quarter. incorrect setup. All sorts of calls being made here in game number 1, and this is only the second quarter between Sneakers and Blaze. Laura doing a massive amount of work, getting herself beautifully at circle edge. She's very good at that. She's been doing excellent midfield work to get herself at circle edge to feed. Wei Ping lines herself up. And in less than 10 seconds, in 7 seconds precisely, we will have the super shot. So I guess Sneakers may have the first attempt at a super shot this quarter. We don't hear the siren, but we know it's a super shot. Oh, Amanda misses. She attempts. Oh, just miscom there between Anna and Angelina. Just taking each other out. Peishan in the 1. Misses. Rare miss from her. Uzma cleans it up. Wei Ping called for the contact, out of play. Umpire just holding time for the floor wipe. It does get pretty slippery here at the Jurong East Sports Hall, especially when our players are, you know, really sweaty and they hit the deck. We got to make sure we clean. The players always like to get involved. Oh, Anna just helping her getting the mop head the correct way around. Thank you very much to all our volunteers for supporting us here at the Deloitte Netball Super League 2026. Obviously, this tournament is not just about the players, about the teams, about the umpires. There's so many people involved in the planning, the organization, and the execution of the tournament. So thank you everyone who is involved in this tournament. Kaiwei, beautiful entry to circle, just in the 1-point zone, which is not where she wants it. So replays it to Amandip, who scores the super shot for Sneakers. 1 point now. The difference between the two teams, the super shot really makes all the difference. Sneakers really capitalizing it in that first quarter. That's how they came from a deficit to draw the first quarter. So I'm sure Sneakers will look to draw to that strength in this quarter. A little bit of a fumble there in the attempt to bring the ball down to the shooting circle. Wei Ping getting involved. It's quite interesting, the shift in energy that you can kind of observe and feel just from the alarm of the super shot and just from the awareness that the super shot is on. Very interesting. But I am loving and enjoying the netball action here at the Deloitte Netball Super League 2026. 3 minutes in this quarter remaining. Kaiwei with a super shot, lines it up, takes the time, sinks it in beautifully. Again, 1 goal the difference. Nobody driving through for Laura, had to go back. Fortunately for her, Anna made a contact, so Blaze remained in possession. Okay, here's Wei Ping. Oh, she looked a little bit uncomfortable. That's a bit strange, but okay. But here she is again with the super shot. Rena hands up on her. Rena significantly taller than Wei Ping with those long arms, really putting the pressure over that super shot from Wei Ping. Wei Ping now, she seems to be the specialist super shot shooter here. Ooh! I think everyone's kind of protesting that a little bit, yeah, I don't know. But here, Blaze trying to figure out the strategies and the gameplay for the super shot. 90 seconds on the clock, 1 point separating the two teams. Sneakers really dominating in this final 5 minutes. Kaiwei rocks back just to get a clear shot over Jamie's hands. Unfortunately, the attempt falls short. Blaze now with the turnover in possession. Still very incredibly patient. Super long cross-court ball to Garania. Waping doing a mountain of work, pulling the contact from Uzma. Contact in the 2. Patient will take the 2. Rina jumps on the shot, provides enough pressure. Patient with the 1. Easy. Only 2 goals separate the two teams. 28-26 is the score. 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Sneakers in possession. That bounce pass didn't quite make it, but Sneakers find himself back in possession. Amandi with the super shot. Ooh, contact there by Jamie. She just touched the ball. Obstruction. So that will be Amandi just took all that time as the umpire was talking to line her shot up. 3 seconds on the clock. Blaze in possession. They need to score off this one. Quick one, but just not enough time on the clock. We'll be back for the third quarter very shortly. It is all even. 28 all between Blaze and Sneakers. Welcome back to the second half and more notably the third quarter of this opening match of the Deloitte Netball Super League 2026 between Blaze and Sneakers. Sneakers in the purple, Blaze in the pink. Both teams were finalists last year. Blaze were the champions and we are off to a fantastic start here. What a first game it's been so far. Currently the score stands at 28 all. So far, what's been happening, Blaze seems to be the more consistent of teams, while Sneakers have so far been really utilizing the super short in each quarter very well. So it's going to be an exciting one. How will the teams adjust to what they've learned so far as the two quarters have played out? So we saw in the first two quarters, Blaze really were pretty efficient in bringing the ball into the circle. This time around, they're really struggling, so Sneakers have stepped up their defensive pressure. Wei Ping does not want to put in the ball from there. Pei Shan does her level best to reposition, gathers the ball really close to the circle, sinks that one in. Goal number 2 for Blaze. Beautiful intercept there from shooting. Now just struggling to find an option to clear the ball out. Great defensive pressure from Sneakers. As I mentioned, they seem to have stepped up the defensive pressure in this quarter. Sneakers. Kaiwei. Clean, beautiful shot. Puts in goal number 1 in this third quarter for Sneakers. Blaze back in possession. Rena just all over that pass from Wei Ping to Pei Shan. That's a better feed to Pei Shan. And she definitely will put in that one from that range. That has been Pei Shan's range all day, just under the post, just finding great space under the goal post, and great feeds as well going to here we go, Kaiwei with the shot. Easy feed there to Pei Shan, just getting off the body from Marina to find that backspace at the perfect timing. The ball was released at a good timing as well from midfielder Grania Cole. Oh! Beautiful defensive effort there from Jamie. She was all over that one. Here's a throw in for Sneakers. Kaiwei with the no-look pass. Gathers, shoots. Wei Shuning gathers the rebound. Throw in to Blaze. A little bit frantic in terms of the attack from Blaze. They seem to be struggling just a tiny bit. We know Blaze can be very patient with the ball and in their plays. But will they lose their composure? They've been very composed so far, but Sneakers really testing that composure with this very strong defense. Guina finding beautiful space in the pocket. But she can't find the feed, so Sneakers are on the way now. In possession with this true court attack, opens the court very nicely, Uzma. And there we go. What a beautiful feed and take from Amandip with the challenge from Jamie, but strong take from Amandip, sings that one in. Huifan hesitated. No hesitation at all from Huifan to Pei Shan. The moment she landed, she sided Pei Shan and just very easily popped the ball over Rena's head as she had her eyes down. Playing the ball very patiently, working it very patiently. Wei Ping just making sure she's got the right sight on Pei Shan as Uzma's hands were all over her. Great patience. Grania now with the feed. Grania's just really struggling with the feed right now. Pei Shan chooses to go over to Grania. Just a bit of miscom and frustration now creeping in to the Blaze attack. They will have to find their composure again, because when they're composed, they are really excellent. But the defensive pressure now is really on. Oh, Uzma took the shoulder from Wei Ping. Not quite happy with that, but you know, we play on. Nice little bounce pass to Amandi. Finds herself at a comfortable shooting range. Oh, Amandi just a little bit too close to the line. Had a toe over probably. Can't really see that from here, but throw in to Blaze. Blaze are in the lead this quarter, 6-4. As fatigue also sets in both teams. Oh, the decisions will be affected by the fatigue, and obviously the pressure creeping in to both teams now. Blaze so far dealing with this pressure a little bit better. They're in the lead this quarter. 7-4 is the score, the quarter score, should I say. Contact there against Rina. Wei Ping steps in, takes the shot, sings goal number 8 in this quarter for Blaze. Obstruction call there against Shuning. She's a goal defense, so they're going to have 2 shooters in the circle. Will Sneakers be able to realize and capitalize on that? I don't think so, but here to go anyway. Amandi just changing and choosing to hold the correct defender, finding front space very easily. That is the position that she has received the ball plenty of times now in this third quarter, and shooting from there. That is a pattern that I'm recognizing. Easy pop, but just a little bit slow. That ball. Rina just with incredible footwork, getting around the body, getting high up for that turnover. Amandip now with going over Jamie's hands, sinks in goal number 6 for Sneakers. Holding the front space. Easy fake from Jamie, just forced her to jump the shot, and then holding back the shot to sink in that goal, Amandi. Sneakers now in possession. We are 50 seconds to the super shot. Jamie just read that, overcommitted to it. Now is out of play outside the circle. Tactical change here for Blaze. Grenier Co going to wing attack now, replacing Huifen at the wing attack position, and Laura Lowe coming back on at center. Laura did do fantastic work at the center position in the first 2 quarters. Glad to see her back. 20 seconds to the super shot. Blaze in possession. So once again, in 14 or 13 seconds rather, you will hear the siren go. Contact call there. What will Blaze do? Wei Ping's gonna take it. Yes, she would. Oh, for a moment I thought, they were gonna move the ball out to the 2-point zone, but why would you need to do that when you have a perfect shooting position inside the circle? So as I mentioned earlier, in the first 2 quarters, the Sneakers really capitalized in the last 5 minutes of the game where the super shot is in play. There we go. Kaiwei very sneaky, using the post, passing it out to Amandi. Didn't sink it in. It's a bit frantic and chaotic here at the Jurong East Sports Hall between these two teams in this 3rd quarter. Amandi with the front space. Beautiful shot. 2 points to Sneakers. If you've just joined us on this live stream, welcome. We are in super shot time. The last 5 minutes of each quarter is for the super shot, when shooters sink in the goal in that outer semicircle where Wei Ping is attempting right now. That goal will amount to 2 points. So Wei Ping just sunk in 2 points. For Blaze, the score is 39 all. Very exciting stuff here. The super shot rule is newly introduced this year. Kaiwei now will have a go. Falls out. Shooting, cleans it up. Blaze in possession. 3 minutes on the clock. Lots of time remaining. But the super shot can really change the game for teams. Peishan with the one. Blaze now in possession. Uzma causing a contact now in the 2. Wei Ping has been pretty deadly in that 2-point zone. So defenders gotta really think about, staying clean, staying off the body, not obstructing, minimizing the contacts and the errors in the 2-point zone. You definitely don't want to give the penalty away in 2-point. Beautiful rotation there between the shooters for Sneakers. Good jump there from Jamie. Kaiwei with the 1. Quarter score stands at 14-12. Game score 42-40. Blaze in the lead. Supporters getting really vocal here at the Jurong East Sports Hall. Peishan trying a screen for Wei Ping. Ball crosses over to the midfield on the other side for Wei Ping to receive the 2. Sneakers defenders clean it up. What a ball pass from Angelina. That's truly his strength. Those super long flat passes, incredible technique. Amanda with the 2. Jamie playing mind games now. Typically she jumps. This time around, she fakes her. Oh, stepping on the line there. So here's a throw in for Sneakers. Amanda been the 2. What would Jamie do this time? She jumps. Throw in now to Blaze. The super shot has not quite sunk in very well for Sneakers in this 3rd quarter. It was, what a wonderful intercept. And I just read that play so beautifully. Just fumble with it in the circle. So Blaze now back in possession. 28 seconds on the clock. Blaze are in the lead. 2 goals a difference. Will they wind the clock down? Or will they attempt for another. "12 seconds on the clock. Will they wind it down? Will they go for another one?" They're being very patient. They know they're in the lead. There's no point. There's no rush. Patient in the one, I believe. And that is the end of the third quarter. Blaze in the lead. The current score is 42-40. Welcome back to the Deloitte Netball Super League 2026. This is the first match of the season between the last year finalists Sneakers and Blaze. It's been a very exciting one so far. The current score seats at 42-40. Blaze in the lead with 2 points between them. If you've just joined us, welcome to the live stream. We've got live stream of all the matches happening today. We're coming at you live from the Jurong East Sports Hall. This year, very exciting new addition to the tournament is the Super Shot. Double the points, double the drama. This is debuting this year. It brings added excitement and tactical depth to the game, which we've seen so far in the first 2 quarters. The Super Shot happens in the last 5 minutes of each quarter. where Amandip is shooting right now, you will notice that there was a line. There seems to be 2 semicircles, and you're not seeing double. That is for the super shot. The inner circle is worth 1 point, and any shot in the outer circle is worth 2. But that only happens in the 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes. A little bit of a clash between Angelina and shooting. It is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to all of you watching. Thank you very much for, I guess, being our date, or if your choice of date is watching the Netball Super League, we cannot thank you enough for tuning in and joining us. Amandip now with that shot. 2 points for Sneakers already in this last quarter. This is the first time that they have led within the opening minutes of the game. So usually that beautiful long flat pass from Angelina works out. This time around, maybe a little bit too much on it. We do have to know that fatigue is setting in to some of these players. It is all part and parcel of sport. But obviously these athletes will know how to handle it. Beautiful run there by Hui Fen. And here is Wei Ping. Nope. Here is Pei Shan, rather. Finding herself in a range that she's been so comfortable at all day. She will sing that one in. Beautiful second face and a pass there by Hui Fen. Good feed, gives it to Pei Shan. Contact call there against Uzma. Again, that's a very comfortable range for Pei Shan. She puts in goal number 2 for Blaze. It is also worth noting that in recent... Oh, Kai Wei! No look backward bounce. She's always full of tricks up her sleeve. I'm glad we saw something there. Usually she does a layup, but you know, this season, none of that. Oh, we've got a shoe coming off. Umpire just holding time to allow for the shoe to be put back on. Else, you know, I'm pretty sure that the players would just run away without a shoe. Maybe, perhaps, and then the shoe would just be an obstacle on the court. So umpires just have to hold time to allow for the rewear of shoe. Pei Shan sinks in that one. So as I was mentioning earlier, in recent editions of the Netball Super League is the 21 and under ruling. So you would notice that there are players such as Anna with the ball here, having an orange band around her wrist, who, by the way, what a beautiful feed to Amandip there. That orange band is to indicate players who are 21 and under. So all teams are, ooh, beautiful contest. So as I was saying, all teams are required to field in 21 and under players, 2 players for a minimum of 2 quarters. That really changes the dynamics and also facilitates the development of netballers, youth netballers in particular in Singapore. Sneakers in the lead this quarter is 4-3. A little bit much on that one to Kai Wei. Sneakers may be in the lead this quarter by 1 goal, but it is Blaze that are in the lead in this game. The score is 45-44. Blaze now with possession. Very patient. Finds a breakthrough through Wei Ping. Wei Ping really getting involved in this true court attack. Angelina with a hustle, quick footwork out of arm to get her hands on the ball. No one from her team can quite gather it, so here's a throw in to Blaze. Laura with the throw in to Hui Fen. Ooh! So many Sneakers players all over that one. Good tip there from Laura. Sneakers now with the throw in at the sideline. Angelina to Amandi to Anna. That's a very unconventional feed from Sneakers. They're not typically a pop the ball over the head kind of team, but they're still in possession. Kaiwei sings that one in. Goal number 5. Levels things for Sneakers. 45 all is the score in this final quarter, final 9 minutes. Oh, Jamie with a great hustle. And she just knew she was running out of space, so chucks the ball back in, bounces off Kaiwei. They are still in possession. Oh, beautiful read there. Just a little bit late. And she just slowed down her run, getting called for contact now. Wei Ping. Oops. We have a bit of clashing here happening between players. Both in attack and defense, both teams kind of facing similar situations. Wei Ping now with an attempt. Uzma out of play. Not an attempt. Looks out. Frees up Peishan. Calm, nice and easy. Blaze now in possession. Here's Laura. Here's Wei Ping. Back to shooting. Oh! Wei Ping regathers that missed pass. Rina all over that one. Oh, Peishan, beautiful timing just to turn and open herself up to receive the ball. Great awareness that both defenders were away from the goalpost, recognizing the space early. What an out-to-hand turnover that is from Wei Ping. How did she manage to catch the ball? I don't know, but incredible stuff. No options now for Wei Ping, having to go back, utilizing the wing defense and goal defense at the transverse line very generously. Now Shuning gets in on the action, supporting her attackers out. Amandip says no more, puts her hand to it. Oh, what a drive, what a challenge from Angelina. She's out of play now for contact. That was a pretty hard knock. Wei Ping gathers, does not want it there. Gets herself a little bit closer to the goalpost at a different angle. Rina now out of play. Peishan will take the shot. And that is goal number 6 for Blaze. Blaze now 3 goals in the lead. It's been really, really exciting so far, this matchup between Blaze and Sneakers. This is always a good matchup to watch. These two teams have a long history and have been finalists in several editions of the Netball Super League. And the rivalry continues. .30 seconds to the super shot, but Amandip will bring herself closer to the goalpost to sing that one in. Blaze in possession of the center pass now. 20 seconds to the super shot. Very, very, very patient with the ball, utilizing all 3 seconds to sight options, choosing really the best and safest option to give it. Oh, Wei Ping had a good long look at Peishan before she decided to release that one. Peishan sings that one in. And if you can hear, that's the siren indicating the last and final super shot of the game. Kaiwei will take the first one. Remember, every goal that is scored from the outer semicircle will earn the team 2 points. Oh! contact there against Anna. Working the ball. Slowly but surely. Wei Ping just doing a beautiful dodge there to get herself in the 2. Wonderful sings it in, all net from Wei Ping. Score now is 52-46. Blaze 6 goals ahead of Sneakers. Peishan with the 1. Sneakers now with their center pass. Great front seal there from Kai Wei. She received it in the 2, doesn't want to shoot it, offloads it to Amandip, who also front seal to receive it in the 2. Sings it in. Pulls the score now to 5 goals of difference. Contact call against Uzma. Two shooters in the circle. Wei Ping plays herself out to the 2. Falls short, Rina gathers. Obstruction against Wei Ping, and here goes Sneakers. They were very good in this super short 5 minutes in the first 2 quarters. In the third quarter, it didn't play out so well for them, but are they able to really utilize this 2-point? Amandip now. Obstruction against shooting. Shooting was in the 1, but because Amandip was attempting for the 2, umpire gave her the choice between the 1 and 2. Amandip obviously went for the 2. 2 minutes remaining on the clock. It is 5 goals the difference between the 2 teams. Very, very patient with the ball Blaze. Oh, I just blinked and I missed the turnover. Don't know what happened there. Good take there from Kai Wei in the 2. Jamie has been very effective with her height. Oh, replay there says the umpire against Amandip. As I was saying, Jamie has been pretty effective with her hands over the shot, applying tons of pressure. A lot of confusion here. I think Shuning is just asking for injury. Umpire just saying delay, so I'm guessing umpire deemed that Amandip was delaying play during Blaze's possession in the turnover, so umpire gave the advancement. So I believe the pass was meant to be taken in the circle, but advanced it out to the transverse line. But anyway, here we are at this end of things. Peishan with the 1. Final 60 seconds. 6 goals on 6 goals separate the 2 teams. 54-48. The quarter score is 12-8. Kai Wei with a very big 2. Gotta go all or nothing, I guess. Whoa, beautiful intercept by Anna. She's been doing that all day. She's been reading the game so well and getting those very clean intercepts. Amanda now with the 2. Goes out. Jamie. Whoa, super long ball. Sneakers now back in possession. 20 seconds on the clock. Even if they convert this one with the 2, they will still be 4 goals behind. They're going to need 3 super shots in the span of 20 seconds. I think that's a little bit hard, but here Amandip goes with the 2. Misses. And Blaze will see this game out. Final 3 seconds. The score currently stands at 54-48. Congratulations to Blaze, the reigning champions of the Deloitte Netball Super League, for winning the first match of the league. Coming up next at 2 p.m. you'll see Fier Orcas take on Mannas, and at 4 p.m. Llabten will take on Swiss. Thank you very much for joining us. Be back later on at 2 p.m. Thank you for joining us, and see you later.